This is the American Civil War Memorial, and this is the birthplace of where Memorial Day started, Waterloo, New York. And it was done here in 1866. And this is where Memorial Day comes from. Papers here. But you can see, here's somebody who died in 1863 at Port Hudson. And here's another marker. He died at the Battle of Yorktown in 1865, and June 22nd, almost 145 years to the day. And Andrew Jackson Hennion, 1862, Battle of Bull Run.
Well, this is American Civil War Memorial. It was dedicated on September 20th, 2008, a little less than 2 years ago. It's a two-part memorial. It honors 57 men from the village of Waterloo who died in the Civil War, either from wounds or disease or by accident while they were on duty. And consists of a number of elements, 8 major elements. One is the stele, which is a 9.5-foot column of white Danby marble found down by the waterfront.
Oh yes.
Notify boaters when they're coming that this is where the site is. And then we have a red 30-foot flagpole which flies a 36-star flag. We happen to have our wagon wheel flag up there right now.
So 36 states in the Union?
36 states at the end of the war, yeah. The wagon wheel flag was a pretty common and popular one. We're using that only for holidays, and this is the first holiday when we've used it. We'll be putting up probably tomorrow. We'll go back to our regular 36 star, which looks just like a 50 star. And the next thing we have here is what we're calling a north-south cenotaph. Consists of a stone or brick that was sent from each of those 36 states that were in the Union at the end of the war. And
interesting.
So then the next you have the portal and the wall that are the entrance into the area with the star stone. The arborvitae growing up there hopefully will fill in solid and give you a chapel effect eventually. That's a silver buff limestone, same that they were using to repair the Pentagon after 9/11. The star stone itself is white Danby marble. It has 620 stars, a little gold 23 karat Italian gold gilding on it. Each one represents 1,000 men who died in the Civil War. So it's all the rebels and all the Yankees. It's everybody.
Those have been in uniform.
Yeah. Okay. The first year in 1866, which is the basis for the village being the official site or location of the birthplace of Memorial Day, and all the people marched to all the cemeteries. There were 3 different cemeteries in the village at that time, and they shut down the village. Many, I can't say everybody, of course, but how many, who knows. But a lot of people, they went to the Sam Bear Cemetery and they had ceremonies. They went to the Elisha Williams Cemetery and then up to the current big one, which is the Maple Grove Cemetery. And there's a spot up there that I was shown where when the Grand Army of the Republic met, when they had their reunions after it was formed, well, the local posts and that, not the national, but there's a place up there where they met, which of course the cemetery is much bigger today than it was then. So it's in the old part. These 57 cenotaphs out here. Cenotaph is a monument to the dead, but not located with the remains. They are all facing south because that's where these men died. The tops were sculpted by local people here from Waterloo, Seneca Falls, or Geneva. hammer and chisel job. Anybody could do it. All you had to do was sign up.
Huh.
And
Interesting.
the chopped off top, the broken top, is significant of a broken life.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why they are chopped off that way. And each one, we have a bronze plaque in front of it, which Friday night we had an illumination ceremony here that 2 days ago, and we placed a little luminary and a rose on each one. Each
Oh, that's
plaque
what it was.
has the man's name, his regiment, when he died, where he died, and what his age was. And the ages here range from 19 to 49. This man actually died here in Waterloo.
Right.
Nobody else did. Why did he die in Waterloo? He was one of the guys who died from disease.
Sure.
He'd been in the hospital. He was too sick to do anything. They sent him home for a furlough to recover for a couple of weeks, and the disease took him before he had a chance to get back on active duty.
He's pretty old too, 31.
31, yeah.
Well, they took him up to the 50s, I hear. So.
Yes, like I said, the oldest one in here, I believe there's two of them that were 49 years old. And I know one of those two men, he was a wood chopper.
Uh-huh.
He wasn't really an infantryman. There were three main regiments, you know, and guys used to join regiments together. And this is one, and this Albert Staley from the 148th. There's the 148th, the 126th, and the 33rd, and they had 12 to 15 men in each one that died. And so we put, regimentally, we put the stones together, the cenotaphs together.
Mm-hmm.
So this, we have a website. This is the American Civil War Memorial, and we have a website, AmericanCivilWarMemorial.com.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want any information, we have the lists of all the men, the biographies, what we knew of them, battles that they were in, information. There's actually the geology of all the stones and bricks that are in the north-south cenotaph. There's pictures of everything during construction and after construction, pictures from the dedication ceremony. Just a vast amount of information. There's quotes from President Lincoln, quotes from Walt Whitman and
That's right, yeah.
various generals, what they're feeling about war. There's all kinds of stuff in there. You could probably spend hours and hours. There's also a list of books recommended reading. I know I read one of them. I think it was called The Death Angel, and it was pretty good book. But there's 8 or 10 books recommended reading, and it just goes on and on.
Okay, I'm going to go over on Main Street, and here's the National Memorial Day Museum. Yeah, you can see the Widow's Watch there. And, oh, nice building. Yeah, Waterloo was a pretty prosperous little village back in the 1800s. Here it is. 1866, the first Memorial Day was held right here in Waterloo. As you probably heard the guy say at the site where I was just at, which is just over in there. It was 57 guys from here out of a village of 5,000 died. It also has Korean and Vietnam. Nice old house. I love these houses. Look at that wrought iron. I'm sure it's been restored. Look at that work up there on the roof. Yeah, oh yeah. Nice bay windows.